few days ago, I sat right here with a couple of friends. I was sharing one of my sacred places with. And it was just by chance that we came here. We didn't set out to come here, and we just got a little impulse that we needed to stop at this spot. We got here. Her name was Catherine. Knew this place intimately. Not as a place that she's had physically visited, but had visited in her dreams as a sacred power place that her grandmother would bring her to and showed her. There was a magic here for her, to remember her and remind her of her own magic. And for some people, particularly when they come to this part of the Southwest, in the Four Corners area, Sedona, there's a feeling of home. 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 And that feeling when we're in those places takes us to our own quiet home of who we are. So places have a resonance, a song that we remember somehow in all our soul's experience. That remembrance can help awaken us to remembering who we really are. So these places, they have the ability to touch us, awaken us. I come to them to constantly return to that. So when I'm home and I'm busy, I could just take myself there in my mind if I need to. But it's there right in me. It's not like I'm going someplace that isn't within me. I'm just using my mind to touch the song, the resonance, to help me settle into it within myself. But there are places on the earth that are truly this sense of home. Many sages, seers, enlightened people, Ramana Maharshi, he never strayed from his sacred mountain for 50 years, never more than 2 miles. His whole teaching was just to be as you are. But that place was his guru, in a sense. It helped him sit within that. The whole Verde Valley here for me is that home. I've been here for about 25 years. And from that, being in that geological location, in that resonance of home, it's as if it's allowed the sort of spine of my life to flourish and to come into the world effortlessly. And I'm lucky. I'm very lucky and fortunate to be able to live and work in my place of home. And that didn't happen instantly. The Hopis speak of their migrations in all the 4 directions. They span thousands of years. They went all the way to where the land meets the sea to the north. They began in the south when they came across the Pacific Ocean in reed boats. Then they journeyed to the west and to the east. Perhaps the east, a place in Ohio, Serpent Mound, was one of their stops. Many of the cliff dwellings and hilltop pueblos throughout the Southwest are spoken of as the footsteps of these migrations. Until eventually those migrations create a cross of the center, which is home. So many of us, whether it's actually physically moving around the globe until we finally arrive at that home, or if it's a movement where we just stay in one location, and then perhaps we know we're home eventually because we're home within ourselves, or there's finally the impulse to live not from survival, but from our deepest desire of wanting peace, and perhaps we move to the place that we've always sort of known was home, but we're afraid to give up our security to journey there and to live there. So the wonderful places, even in the dream time, that might be other planets, other dimensions, have the feeling of home. They help take us to what's within us, and they can be places where we seek to connect with our wisdom, deeper self, and what you may want to call your guides. And you just want to allow it to be. And maybe not everybody will understand what you're talking about, but it's what you feel within you. It's not what others believe, or even what you believe. It's the truth of the feeling of home. Home, even just the word. So until you actually arrive at that physical home, try to spend time each day in the circle of yourself, quietly being home.